Here we have the youngest members of the Wonderson family.
But you're still getting it!
And here we have their parents, Nicole and Richard. But did you know that Richard's mom's husband is Richard's son too, making his stepdad his son and Gumball's grandpa their new brother? This town's got people linked up everywhere. And today, I'm going to show you how every character in Elmore is connected with this handy dandy key here. Got it? Good. Starting with Gumball, the eldest of the Wondersons' children. Being the title character, he has to be both amazing and wonderfully weird. And does he hold up to that title?
You didn't see it.
Make a wallet sound.
Wallet!
Yeah, I'd say so. At age 4, Gumball was given a pet fish, and by destiny of alphabet soup, he was named
Darwin.
But that spells Japuxfred.
Unfortunately for JPXFRD, or Darwin, he didn't last long and was washed away to fishy heaven.
Sweet chariot.
Even more unfortunate was this was only the first Darwin. How many were there? 7. And they all died in equally untimely ways. Like Darwin II.
Swing low.
Darwin III.
Swing low.
Darwin IV.
Swing low.
The 5th.
Swing.
The 6th.
Swing low.
And the 7th.
Swing.
There might be more dead fish in the Wonderson family than there are people. Eventually, Richard buys another fish, this time from the owner of the Awesome Store. And after a heartfelt adventure, literally, that fish became the Darwin we know today.
I've got legs. What is happening to me? Wait a minute, I can't run at all.
A few years after Darwin was adopted, Nicole gave birth to their third child, Anais. Despite somehow having more brain cells than the rest of the family combined, she's still as weird as them all. I guess weirdness runs in the family.
More teeth.
Nicole is the mom of the house. Gumball's gotta get his traits from somewhere, and it's obvious where he gets his looks from. Too bad he doesn't have any of her sheer dominance and strength over others.
You're going to clean this place, and then you will leave.
Or what?
Nicole's husband and Gumball's father is Richard. Well-meaning, innocent, dumb as a rock. Again, it's easy to see which of the kids takes after him. Anais is lucky that she only got his looks, not including the infinite rolls of fat.
Hello, how may I help you today?
The grandmother of the kids and Richard's mom is Joanna, more well known as Granny JoJo. She can be quite antagonistic, but she has her reasons, and they're never for malicious ones. Okay, maybe once or twice, but she's not all bad.
Cruise ship.
Richard's biological father is Francis Frankie Wonderson. He's kind of a scumbag, walking out on Richard and JoJo to escape the police, and only coming back into the family for his own greedy reasons. But he still does love his family. Not as much as money, though.
We are family.
Granny JoJo's maiden name was Beresford, and as of the newest season, we actually get to see Mr. and Mrs. Beresford, her parents, as well as her grandparents, great-grandparents, and Frankie's family, too.
Dreams are stupid.
Girls can't do that.
Yeah, only boys are into...
Much after Frankie and Granny JoJo's separation, she met Louie. As you can tell from their species, Granny JoJo clearly has a type.
This is Louie. He's my boyfriend.
Displeased with another father-like figure in his life that's not Frankie, Richard adopts Louie in an attempt to prevent him from seeing Granny JoJo.
No, don't!
Those papers you just signed mean you're now officially my son.
So, in retaliation, Louie adopts Nicole, creating a very large and confusing circle.
Let's just get this over with so we can go shut her somewhere else.
Aha! These adoption forms now make you my daughter?
With Frankie now having the most power in the family due to their escapades, he rejoins them in a touching reunion, after which he attempts to steal the house from them.
How could you do this to me? 33 years and you come back into my house without a garden!
Can't have anything nice without greed being involved. Well, I'm sure Nicole's side of the family is a bit more normal. Louis also had a pet python named Roosevelt. It did pass away, but its ashes were put into a really ugly vase and preserved.
I really feel like it's watching us.
Take it!
Well, actually, Mom told us to
To look after it because it contains the ashes of a beloved pet, and we're sad to see it go, but if that's how it's gotta be, then bye!
Unlike Richard's side, we've only ever seen Nicole's mother and father, Daniel and Mary Sinicourt. And just like Gumball, you can immediately see which parent passed down their attributes and which ones.
Nicole, we need to talk about your report cards. Not here. Gender. Being a girl is not an excuse.
As you can see, they weren't the best parents for Nicole growing up. They straight up turned Richard down from being with Nicole to the point where she left home. Even after reuniting and Nicole and Richard were married, they still hired suitors in an attempt to marry Nicole off to someone else. Talk about a grudge.
Still trying to set me up with some banking dweeb? No offense, but we always thought she could do better than a slacker with a dead end.
How dare you! My wife's behind is so small only bats can hear her toot.
Now that we've covered the main family, we're on to the romantic connections, starting with the Fitzgerald's oldest child, Penny.
Oh, do something! I think Gumballs made this situation bad enough. Masami, look into your heart! You're not a violent person!
She's dating Gumball, which connects the two families together. The main thing that brought them together was when Gumball convinced Penny to break out of her shell and be her true self.
You're right! I'm gonna do it! That's it! Me, myself!
What the what? You look...
Penny also has a younger sister, Polly. She may look like a cute little peanut, but on the inside, she's actually...
What is that?
A crocodile.
Okay, cool.
Exactly that. There's nothing wrong with her. Penny and Polly's father is Patrick, and if we're still talking about nuts, he's a hard one to crack. He's pretty adamant about Gumball not going out with Penny, but he has his share of softer, more kind moments.
I want to study with your daughter. I'm not that bad, I'm pretty friendly. But you should be...
I don't care, and I don't want you around her. End of story.
That wasn't one of those moments. He was especially strict after Penny broke out of her shell, as Gumball was the direct cause of it. And due to this forged rift between Penny's family, Gumball was forced to intervene.
I trust you'll make the right decision. For the good of everyone.
Including you.
Gumball, what are you doing? Feeling the weight of this decision?
The mother of Penny, and Patrick's wife, is Judith. She's rather quiet, but during the conflict over Penny's shell, she also felt quite strongly about staying hidden.
Your mother knows. Can't you see how distraught she is?
She looks fine to me.
It all happens on the inside, Gumball.
In the newest season, we also get to see even more of Penny's family, including her grandma. We never get to hear her actual name, but she's very strict about the family traditions. Of course, Gumball's gonna make a great first impression despite that. Penny's grandma isn't the only new member in this episode. We also get to meet baby Cletus, who is just the most charming and whimsical fella you'll ever see. Other than blood relatives, the Fitzgeralds actually have a pet tarantula named Mr. Cuddles. Of course, the family of Peanuts has a terrifying pet.
Come here, little fella. Oh, good boy, Mr.
And that's not the only weird member of their family, as Penny is actually cousins with Leslie. I guess peanuts and flowers do both grow.
Headshot, looking nasty, turn and shot.
The next family linked to the Wondersons is the Krugers. The only child in this family is Carrie, who is dating Darwin. It's surprising that this relationship works at all, not just because one of them is already dead, but Carrie is 327 years old. I guess ghosts age differently?
They both sound great.
Hold on a second. Please continue.
In the episode The Mirror, Carrie's father is revealed to be trapped inside, well, a mirror. But with the help of Gumball and Darwin, they help set him free and reunite the family.
Dad!
Don't worry, he comes back as a ghost. I guess it's still a happy ending. Carrie's mom is never seen or mentioned, but her grandma is. Or what's left of her, at least.
Did you tell your pet to stop rubbing itself on my leg?
That's my grandma.
Well, what'd she eat?
Not much, really. She bites her nails sometimes.
No, I do not want to know how a hand bites its own nails. Moving on to another family, Tobias is one of Gumball's friends that also had a romantic interest in Penny for a while, and made several moves on her even whilst knowing that her and Gumball were destined to be.
If you lose, Lady Penny is mine.
No, I'm not.
She will learn to love me.
No, I won't.
To be fair though, Tobias also has an interest in every girl he sees. Like, every girl.
Hey, girl. Oh, hey, girl.
Despite them being friends, Gumball and Tobias have butted heads quite a lot. Sometimes Tobias annoys him, and sometimes Gumball regurgitates pent-up bile from the pits of hell.
I guess friendship is the one boat that will never sink.
Extreme, but also extremely deserved. Many people have forgotten about her, but Tobias has an older sister named Rachel. She only showed up in the first season, and she was Darwin's first love interest.
Darwin, you're the best kid ever! This. Mwah.
Tobias's parents are Harold and Jackie Wilson, an inseparable couple that could never be separated, not even by $1 million.
Jackie, meet Giselle. Giselle, this is my first wife, Jackie. Jackie, I'm afraid I will no longer be requiring your
I mean, even if she's an ex and a one-off appearance, I guess we can add Giselle to the tree too. This isn't the only scummy thing Harold has done, as he's actually a rival of Richard because he used to constantly bully him.
By the way, you must have heard about my birthday party, I guess. Yeah, I've booked a table at that new Mexican restaurant. It starts at 7, got it? Then make sure you don't turn up by mistake.
That is just mean. Holy crap. Since I mentioned Gumball's first love, we can't forget about the time that Gumball took Tina Rex as his date to Rachel's party. I wonder why that didn't last. They were also enemies for a long time, but they're on somewhat decent terms now.
The reason I've been trying to transform you is...
Strangely enough, it's been hinted at that Tina actually has a crush on Darwin. I guess Darwin's just a perfect hunk of a fish. All the ladies love him.
Okay, Tina, let's get on with it.
Actually, I'm in line for Darwin.
Sorry, but I'm the only one who's allowed to kiss Darwin.
Tina's father is Mr. Rex, who Nicole has thrown fists with, or claws, I suppose. He also doesn't show up past season 1, and even then, he's just a pair of eyes.
Mr. Rex. Hi, Mr. Rex. We need to talk about your daughter. Well, that's fine by me.
Another new confirmation from the newest season is that Tina is somewhat related to Molly, as they share the dinosaur code. Does that make them sisters, cousins? Either way, they're connected.
If you're with Molly, I guess I'll spare you. Dinosaur code and all. Bye, guys.
As mentioned earlier, Gumball and Tina went to Rachel's party as a date, but after Gumball and Penny got together instead, Tina dated Hector Jotunheim, who was at the party with Penny. Confusing? Well, to put it simply, the pair swapped dates and everything worked out.
Hey, Tina, can I have the next dance? You can have this one.
Hector's mom is Mrs. Jotunheim, a witch. We never see his father, which makes me wonder how a witch has a giant for a son. Probably just magic. Magic is always the excuse.
Finally, a place where I'm not pressured by society to be beautiful. I haven't taken off my makeup yet.
He didn't inherit her height. Let's hope he doesn't get her looks either. Bobert is yet another character that's dated, or attempted to date, Penny. In his debut episode 2, he attempts to imitate and replace Gumball after not fitting in.
Bye, Gumball.
Their relationship may have started out rocky, but they eventually become good friends.
Look at it.
I have feelings. I am a real boy. Thanks.
Dude, little tip. Normal people don't hug for this long.
In terms of relationships and family, Bobert hasn't gotten much else going on apart from a mother unit that we never see, but that's still a family member. However, he did marry Leslie to Alan, connecting those two together.
That upgrade was useless. I might as well just go.
Did you say kick Leslie's butt and marry him to Alan?
I now pronounce you husband and flower.
Sarah is another friend of Gumball and Darwin, but she also has a huge crush on both of them. She's even written several fanfics of herself dating them. Impressive that she's managed to stay on their good side despite how off-putting she can be around them.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with you following us. Don't worry!
Best friends.
Speaking of Alan, he's the perfect person to talk about as we transition to the frenemies of Elmore. Alan was one of Gumball's rivals for a while. Why? Because he's just too perfect, and that just made Gumball sick.
I just assassinated your social life.
After 6 seasons of antagonizing the only nice person in Elmore, Gumball eventually gives in and becomes friends with Alan.
Thank you, Gumball. I guess this makes us friends now.
What? No. All right, maybe a little.
Aww, doesn't that just warm your heart? Alan's parents are Dexter and Jessica Keene, although they're not seen too often. One of the few times you do see them, Gumball got his grubby little paws on them just to torture Alan, or at least attempt to.
So, what's the surprise?
I sold your parents.
What?
Now, who wants to see balloon tricks?
And Alan's family doesn't end there, as he also has an uncle, Phil. Classic Gumball character right there, with a grand total of 13 seconds of screen time.
Or maybe she's just exhausted from all the fun she's been having today. Stop pretending!
Alan is also dating Carmen. He must love living dangerously. Kinda makes sense though, because just like Alan, Carmen is a great person trying to help everyone around her, even if it does come across as kinda snarky.
Why don't we just hug it out? I forgive you.
No! The shame again! It's all coming back!
Her parents are Conrad and Mrs. Verde. Again, these characters aren't seen that much, but there's a reason for that.
How are we gonna raise money for these poor, broken little children?
What? All I have is a mustache, and I really want to be involved. You guys have to tell me if I need to buy a hat or something.
Wanting to be included is not an excuse for being a freak. Moving on, Masami Yoshida is another frenemy of Gumball and Darwin. Her debut episode has her forcing herself on Darwin, insisting that the two are a couple, adding another romantic connection to the tree, I guess.
I was just talking about you, boyfriend. Come and sit by me. Give me a hug. Excuse me?
She only did this to impress the other girls, but this isn't the only time she's been between people's relationships. The previously mentioned Carmen broke up with Alan, so Masami took advantage and attempted to get with him. It was quite the juicy episode, that one.
The plan worked perfect. Alan is finally with the right girl.
You lied to me!
That's it! I'm telling everyone!
Masami's mother is Yuki. Weird how she's more human-shaped whilst her daughter is just a cloud. She was actually friends with Nicole as a child until the two fell out and ended up duking it out, anime style, as adults.
You fought well, Nicole-san. Let me show you what I've learned.
And after using the entirety of Cartoon Network's budget, the two made up and became friends again. Weirdly enough, Yuki seemingly had, or has, a crush on Richard. Of all of the people and all the money you've got, he is the one you want?
What's a man like you doing with a woman like her? Oh, Richard, you always were so funny.
The last of the Yoshidas is Mr. Yoshida. He hasn't shown up much, but when he has, he's a rich snob who deprecates women. You know what? Yuki was right. Richard is suddenly looking like a much more enticing husband.
How come we've never had a female employee of the month?
It would distract all the men.
Well, maybe it's time for a change.
That reminds me, it's about time you had a promotion in your own office.
Huh?
Let's see if we can't get you an office of your own.
They really pulled out all the stops, making him terrible, didn't they? Definitely more of a friend than an enemy is Banana Joe, or Joseph Banana. He's always been a great pal to Gumball and Darwin, and is generally just a big old clown.
Is it a leaf?
No. It's my butt! It's imprinted on my eye!
That doesn't mean Joe hasn't had any conflicts with Gumball, though. Like the time Gumball accuses Joe of biting Darwin's pen. The two destroy Joe's favorite pen, which has been passed down for generations, incurring his wrath. Hey, I didn't say he was a very powerful adversary. Despite the family being called the Bananas, not everyone is a banana. That being said, Joe's cousin Kayvon is not a blood relative.
Hey, that's my cousin!
And no, before you ask, not all fruits are related. That's racist. Joe's father is Banana Bob. No, he's not just Joe with the mustache on, he's also taller than him. Completely different character. And his voice is deeper too. Sometimes. Bob's wife and Joe's mom is Banana Barbera. She's a little... Actually, scratch that. She's extremely strange. More so than the usual weirdness of Elmore. Even weirder is that she can seemingly paint the future. Bonus points for being creepy. She wasn't always this way though. She was so overworked that the burnout gave her supernatural abilities.
Hurry up and dredge my hedegity. That's $100 off your pay.
Sir, I'm an intern.
Then you owe me $100. Barbara!
New theory alert. Maybe that's why Nicole is so powerful. Getting stressed at work must unlock something inside you. Next, we have Rob, and he's kinda isolated in terms of other relationships, but we can connect him to his sworn enemy, Gumball, who unwittingly left him to die.
Guys, over here! I was one of the world's mistakes, but you only cared about Molly.
After escaping from the void, Rob held a huge grudge towards Gumball, though Gumball didn't really reciprocate that rivalry.
I will be your worst nightmare. I will be your nemesis.
Oh, cool. Glad we could help.
After a fierce duel at the beginning of Season 5, Gumball and Rob actually made up and became friends. However, due to time travel shenanigans, Gumball forgot, but Rob didn't. So he instead found a new family to hate, the Bananas.
That's it. Just one bite and it's bye-bye, but...
Oh!
Huh?
Mustn't forget to take out the pickle.
Just one bite.
Oh!
Probably the biggest oddball of Gumball's frenemies is William, the Eye. Despite not saying, well, anything, apart from in his mind, he held a massive grudge against Gumball and Darwin for blocking him on Elmore Plus, and went as far to attack and chase them around the school. It doesn't help that he also has some sort of psychic power.
No, I'm talking to you. Look at me!
What? William? But we've never done anything wrong to you, dude.
Yeah, that's kinda terrifying. Another less prominent pair of frenemies are Colin and Felix the Eggheads. You'd think that of all the students, the nerds wouldn't have any quarrel with Gumball, but no, they actually antagonized and threatened Gumball for not joining their club in Season 1.
So, you think you're too good for us, eh? When we upload your embarrassing school record in a web video, my name is Gumball Watterson and my IQ is smaller than my shoe size.
Ah! He looks just like you!
Clayton is friends with both Darwin and Gumball, although he's more of a burden than a friend, constantly lying and changing into different people and objects. You'd never be able to trust someone like that, but when he's not lying, he is fun to be around.
Hey, who's this?
The Eggheads weren't the only ones in the club, however, as Ocho was part of it too. He changed quite drastically in the future seasons, becoming much more intense, aggressive, and honestly kind of evil. He is definitely more of an enemy than a friend.
What are you doing? Not Ocho. What? What was that? You can get a little intense. Oh yeah? Is this intense? No, that's a perfectly normal level.
That's a relief. I just want to make sure I don't scare anybody.
Ocho's mom is Mrs. Tootmorsel, and yes, we have to call her that because we don't know her first name. She's quite literally an alien mothership that shows up to calm Ocho down. If she doesn't show up, you're probably not gonna last very long around this guy.
Oh, that's good. He can get a little carried away at times.
See you tomorrow, guys.
Being a video game character, or at the very least 8-bit, Ocho's gotta have some famous relatives. And that he does. Sort of. His uncle is Mario.
Hey, man!
Oh, hey, dude. This is my uncle.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
I didn't say which Mario, and he's definitely not the super one. Mario's not Ocho's only uncle, though. He has another one that sounds vaguely familiar.
I got trust issues because of my uncle being so famous and stuff. The blue hedgehog who can run very fast. After all we've been through, I think I'm more able to trust people now.
Definitely the most awkward of the frenemies is Hot Dog Guy. He's neither a friend or an enemy, yet somehow he and Gumball always seem to be in the worst positions. In some cases, literally.
I'll just move his hand very slowly.
What the?
In an attempt at trying to break the boundaries of cringe, Gumball married Hot Dog Guy's mom, adding her to the romantic connections, as creepy as that may be. Does that make Hot Dog Guy Gumball's son-in-law?
When I said take things to the next level, I didn't mean with my mom!
It's a big adjustment.
Please don't.
But know that if you want to, you can call me Dad.
Next to Tina, Jaime is one of the bullies of Elmore Junior High, and pretty much an enemy to every student in the school. It's not her fault though. All she wants is some sort of meaningful connection, which is why she forced Darwin to be her boyfriend.
To think we've only been together for a day. It takes some couples years to have the kind of long, comfortable silences we have when we're alone.
Comfortable would be the biggest lie of this video. Jaime's mom is actually the coach of Elmore Junior High. How qualified or good at her job she is another question. How these two are related at all is even more confusing, apart from their 3D art style.
Higher. Angry Dogs 3, Watterson 0. Lesson over.
The last of the Russos is Mr. Russo. No idea what he's supposed to be, or again, how him plus Coach Russo equals Jaime, but I guess it's better to leave some questions unanswered.
Hey, how's my beautiful wife and daughter?
Coach, is your mom?
No, dude, no. The resemblance is not obvious. Unlike Jaime, Teri is definitely more of a friend, but she's still been the cause of some arguments and conflicts with Gumball and Darwin. And sometimes they cause problems with her because, well, it's Gumball and Darwin. Do they need a reason?
That's so brown. Darwin is being recklessly unhygienic.
Oh my gosh, your hand, it's covered in germs. Like...
There.
Before Darwin and Carrie started dating, Carrie and Gumball created a potion to force Darwin and Teri to fall in love. I'm surprised they chose her considering the last clip.
What the?
Teri's family has never really been seen or mentioned except for one member, Uncle Brian. There's a surprising amount of uncles in this show. He didn't make a direct appearance, but...
Sid, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sid. Uncle Brian?
I really hope Darwin found him like that and wasn't the cause of this situation. There's a weirdly large amount of Elmore that's just food, and Idaho is one of them. Being from the country, it's pretty hard to draw any connections to him, but he's friends with Gumball and Darwin. Well, maybe not Gumball after his choice of words.
Sorry.
So what was that about Darwin?
He's gone home and locked himself in his room to quit eating potatoes because it was upsetting you.
Are you saying that all potatoes look the same?
Say no.
A surprising connection between Gumball and Darwin is Julius Oppenheimer Jr. Yes, Oppenheimer, but with 2 M's. Being a school bully, he's enemies with most of the students, but is actually good friends with Darwin due to his teachings.
I guess this shows if you bully someone enough, it'll eventually backfire so spectacularly. I should bully even more people to learn extra life lessons.
Oh, you made a joke!
And of course, if Julius is Jr., his father is Julius Sr. His mom hasn't been named, so she's just Mrs. Oppenheimer. Imagine having to put that down when you give your signature.
Oh, but wait, what about my parents? Are they still mad at me?
Mm-hmm, the one with sorry spelled out in sparklers?
Oh, thanks. You did good, kid. You did. Wait, did you just say a cake with sparklers?
we're just gonna assume they survived that. The last of the explosive family is Debbie, Julius Jr.'s girlfriend. She's yet another background character, but she has a link, so she's going on the tree.
I commandeered this vehicle!
Dude, that was my girlfriend!
Julius, a text would have been enough!
No, wait, Debbie, I can
Finishing off the frenemies from school is Miss Lucy Simian. No matter what Gumball is doing, even if his intentions are good, Miss Simian always seems to antagonize him. And Darwin too, even with his near-perfect school record. Criminal by association, I guess. But it's not just Gumball. Miss Simian's relentless antagonizing has happened to previous Wondersons too, like Nicole.
Nice first steps, loser! Nice cycling, loser! Nice hair, loser! Nice husband, loser!
Despite everything though, Gumball and Miss Simian have actually had a few nice moments together. They could even be considered friends. Oh, well, maybe not, but almost.
Boys, I'm sorry.
Heard it the first time, miss. Just wanted to milk it.
Miss Simian has been around for 2 million years, so it'd be pretty unlikely she has any family left. Surprisingly though, she occasionally visits her father for advice.
Is it really wrong to create false evidence without a single shadow of a doubt? Well, I don't care what you say, Dad. I'm doing it anyway.
Wise beyond his years, that one. Now we're finally out of the school rivalries and friends. And we have Gumball's neighbor, Mr. Gaylord Robinson. For some reason, Mr. Robinson has always had a great amount of hate for Gumball, ever since he was born. And even though he and Darwin have an immense love for the guy, Gaylord just doesn't have it in him to be nice to them.
Your heart won't be able to watch us suffer, Mr. Robinson.
Gaylord may be quite malicious, but his wife Margaret is the literal incarnation of all evil. She causes destruction and spreads hatred wherever she goes, even to her own husband. Why the two got married at all is a mystery.
Mrs. Robinson, please help!
At least one member of the Robinsons is friendly, that being Rocky. He's the school janitor, bus driver, and cafeteria chef. Despite all those interesting jobs, he's still got some of the evil genes from his parents, whether he intends it or not.
You look like the kind of guy who loves taxidermy and long walks in the dark.
Everyone looks awful from underneath. You need to go high. Look, see?
We've already seen a lot of individual enemies, but what about an entire family? Even though their surname was never said, the Wondersons had a family copy everything they did, down to their core designs, voices, and their activities. They were Chi-Chi, Ribbit, and their parents, inspired by a real Chinese ripoff version of the show called Miracle Star.
Understand, they were literally copying everything we...
They didn't last very long though, as they had no copy of Anais to save them from, well, themselves.
I guess they should have kept the little sister.
Next we have Billy Parham, who was one of Anais' love interests for a short while, until they had a disagreement about their favorite TV shows. I doubt that's the only reason you'd want to avoid him though, as he's just really annoying.
Mother, are we there yet?
No, it'll take a little more time, darling.
Mother, are we there now?
No, not yet, darling.
Billy's mother is Felicity, one of the rudest people in Elmore. She's a pretty stereotypical rich snob who looks down on anyone and everyone, and she has a particular dislike of Nicole and the Wondersons in general, and they definitely feel the same way about her.
Really? Jaywalking right in front of the police? Isn't there any law left in this town? Why don't I just take the whole darn truck? Why did I just upset who I like?
Another one of their neighbors is Marvin Finkelheimer. The Wonderson family and the Finkelheimer family actually have a generational feud about a watch that was started by Richard's great-great-grandfather, Bucktooth. Richard gave the watch to Gumball, who gave it to Darwin, who then gave it to Marvin Finkelheimer, causing the rivalry between families to continue. Unfortunately for them, no one ended up winning the feud.
Wait! It's gonna explode!
Hey, that's great! Now we split the money.
Marvin also dated one of the many background characters, Hexagon Lady. Yes, that's her name. She wasn't given an official one, so she's named after her appearance.
So Marvin, how long have you been so surprised?
To keep the cycle of dates going, the Hexagon Lady somehow ended up dating the internet. Like, the actual internet. By the way, his name is Timmy.
So, fancy meeting up IRL later this week?
What the? Okay, stop joking. Who is this?
You know what's stranger than dating the internet? The fact that the internet has a mom, and she sounds like those old MSN noises.
I can be a jerk to anyone, because I'm behind a screen in the same...
A character we've never physically seen, but has quite a few connections, is the keeper of the Awesome Store. He sold several things to Richard, including Darwin, connecting him to the Wondersons.
Don't get it wet. Don't feed it after midnight.
But it's...
No, that wasn't it. It was something. Well, anyway, be careful.
And Darwin isn't the only pet that's been bought from the Awesome Store. After his kids asked for a puppy, Richard came back with the world's most evil turtle, which is unfortunately indestructible and lives for a very, very long time.
This could be possible. Oh.
We'll have to keep it for as long as it lives, 130 years.
You'd think one evil turtle would be the most of your worries, but when it turns out that turtle is a girl and has thousands of babies, you may as well start digging a grave.
Yes! Turtle food!
One of Richard's more annoying rivals is Mr. Gruber, a one-off character that somehow has done worse to Richard than some other characters, ignoring Harry Wilson. He constantly torments him for being lazy and takes his job way too seriously.
Ice cream, Mr. Watterson! You! Did I not mention that my brother Hans has an ice cream truck?
Just to clarify.
And for the last of the frenemies, we have Larry. Considering he works every single job in Elmore, you'd think everyone would just treat him with respect and kindness. But of course, Gumball and Darwin have tormented the guy a fair bit, especially in Season 1.
This one goes out to Larry Needlemeyer from Gumball and Darwin.
Please don't, Larry.
My car.
Moving on, we have the rest of the school personnel, starting with Principal Nigel Brown. He's dating Miss Simian, and doesn't actually have a teaching degree, but I don't suppose anyone else would want to be the principal of Elmore Junior High, or date Miss Simian for that matter.
Apply wax strip to hairy area, leave for a few seconds, then peel back quickly for a smooth and painless experience. This is all for you, my darling. Oh, how long have you been standing there?
Although he is not technically working there or anything, Principal Brown has a hamster that these students occasionally take care of, Chris Morris. He may look ancient, but he's only 6 years old, though I guess that's probably around 321 in hamster years.
Oh!
Mr. Steve Small is next, and for the school counselor, he probably needs more counseling than anyone else, considering the torment and abuse he goes through. It's not that he's disliked by everyone, he's just kind of a pushover. However, he was the one that taught us about the Void, connecting him to Rob and Molly.
Okay, let's go!
Well, that's weird. I haven't even turned the key yet.
Run him over.
The last addition to the school personnel was Mr. Moonchild Corniel. What kind of narcissistic parents do you have to be to name your kid Moonchild? He's a pretty mellow guy, but he's so mellow to the point where he has to lie about himself to be interesting. Like when he lied about being a cage fighter.
Well, when you're fighting in the cage, the most important muscle is the heart. I don't know.
Mr. Corniel did have a reason for his lies, that being to impress Miss Joanne Markham, the school nurse. She's probably the most competent adult working at the school, but even then, she seems to hate her job, and especially Teri for her hypochondriasis.
If you have a pain in the neck, you should really consult a medical professional, which could be a sign of something more serious.
Have a nice day.
But we still don't know what he's allergic. Feel like you're trying to tell us something.
Have a nice...
Lastly, we have the librarian. Which one? Both. Up until season 3, the librarian was a smaller tree lady with a frighteningly loud voice and massive temper.
Dude, calm down. The librarian is pretty chill.
But after season 4, she got a much more intricate and detailed design, a new voice. Pretty much everything changed except for the fact that she's a tree lady, and the librarian. Strangely enough, though, the old librarian can be seen in the background of some newer episodes. So are they separate people? Nah, the animators might have just messed up.
Hi, we'd like to...
Shh! All right, I'll tell you everything that happened!
Now we're moving on to the corporations, starting with the man behind everything, Mr. Bilderberger, Larry's boss. Larry's only boss, meaning he owns, or at least partially owns, Joyful Burger, Chanax, the Rainbow Factory, and more. And yes, he's extremely evil. And yes, again, he's an actual burger. His name had to be literal.
Oh, he pays his female staff 30% less.
The boss of Chanax is Paperball, and just like his boss, he's completely evil. His job is to steal the souls of those working at Chanax, but not in a metaphorical sense. He even got Rocky's soul for a brief time, connecting the Robinsons to Chanax.
It says here that I'm signing away my hopes and dreams.
Excited, you fool.
What?
It's just a formality.
Once he's been uncurled from his ball state, Paperball's true face is revealed. That being Mr. Chanax himself. You could say this is his alter ego or second personality, but they're basically the same character, and both equally evil.
I am Mr. Chanax. That's right. I feed on the spirits of my employees. That's right. Dance, my little...
After Mr. Chanax is defeated, the office goblin takes his position. I guess it'd help being an evil boss if you were born as an evil creature. Patrick Fitzgerald tried proposing a business idea to Office Goblin once, but after Gumball messed everything up, his idea was rejected, connecting his family to Chanax as enemies.
Watch out! Don't go to your left!
What?
Don't go to the left!
I am on the left!
Don't eat!
He's gonna get hit by the ball as a consequence of this misunderstanding!
Now that we're done with most of the main characters with their screen presence, we're gonna go through the rest of the background characters in a quick onslaught. Pretty much everyone here has been seen working for Chanax and the Rainbow Factory, so we're gonna lump them all together. First, there's Leonard Daniels, the creepy I don't mind guy.
Oh, we're walking in the same direction. Awkward.
There's Hank, Steve, and George, the construction guys. Then we have Karen, Larry's fiance, Phil, the guy that loves dancing, Steve Dennis, the orange man, Jeff Benson, the corn guy, and his wife, Susan. We also have Siciliana Pepperoni and her husband, Quattro. He obviously doesn't work for them, but the Pepperoni son is Peter.
Thank you so much. Here's a 20.
There's Tony, the local fatty, the blue-haired lady, Hayden City, the floppy disk, the soulless office worker skeleton, Lenny Smith, Charlie, the cupcake man, the cupcake lady, the dolphin man, the spray paint bottle, butter knife, the book doctor lady, and the clipboard man. Richard and Larry have also worked for Chanax. Larry by association of his jobs, and Richard by complete accident. He just kind of walked in and owned the place for a day.
I don't need an appointment.
I'm sorry for keeping you waiting, sir. Please don't fire me. I'll tell the CEO immediately.
He's back! A monumentous day!
Then we have a few more Rainbow Factory employees, like George Cooper, whose daughter is Claire, neither a friend or enemy of Gumballs, and her boyfriend Jared. There's the piggy bank shareholders of the Rainbow Factory, Steve O'Brien, who is just a monkey, Pants Bully, the fat blue guy, the blue cowboy guy, and the blue elephant man. That's a lot of blue guys. Nicole also works at the Rainbow Factory, as well as some other previously mentioned characters like Felicity Parham, Mr. Verde, the Hexagon Lady, and the original librarian.
Well, I don't mind. It's not that bad. This job still has its perks. Like, for example...
Our last connection, thanks to Larry being an ex-officer, is the cops. Donut Cop is the primary police officer that we see the most, and he's basically Chief Wiggum from The Simpsons. Fat, lazy, bad at his job. Well, he's not always bad, but that can't be said about his boss, Chief Chicken Bucket.
You just got iced.
Surprisingly, one of the coffee cups, because there's two, has a crush on Donut Cop. I don't know what she sees in him unless it's how delicious he looks. Donut Cop also has a primary antagonist, that being Sal Left Thumb. He's actually managed to capture him before, but he escaped. Not sure how he hasn't been captured since though. The guy sticks out like a... you know what I'm gonna say. He also framed Nicole, adding him to the sizable list of enemies.
We caught this guy trying to rob a convenience store.
All right, lady, give me 5 minutes to do the paperwork and you'll be out of here.
5 minutes is all I need.
And finally, we have the rest of the cops. There's the hamburger cop, Earl the hot dog cop, the soda cop, the male coffee cop, and the fries.
You'll find all the right paperwork in here. Fair enough. See you guys there.
Maybe he's making a U-turn so he can take the correct exit.
Hey!
And with that, we finally have our completed family tree. I dare you to find a more convoluted and massive tree, but I know you'd never find one. What you will find here are more awesome cartoon videos like this one linked down here. So, I'll see you there. And until then, see ya!